Hi everyone. So back in December when I changed the channel name, I did say I would be doing a little bit more variety of videos featuring some different things. And if you've been following me on Instagram, the one of the things that I've really enjoyed doing when I haven't felt much like coloring, putting actual marker to paper or anything like that, is using a coloring app. And so I thought I would talk about the one that I use today. I have posted pictures of it on Instagram. Boy, my brain is all over the place today. It is Saturday, though you'll be seeing this on Sunday. And I don't know what is wrong with me this morning, but I can't seem to put anything coherent together. I think my brain's moving faster than my mouth. But anyway, so since this is coloring related, I figured this would be a good um, video to start with, kind of delving into the different variety of videos I want to do. I thought about using a emulator on my computer. You can use, at least for like Windows, you can use like an Android emulator like BlueStacks, but for this video I just wanted to use my tablet and show it to you that way. If I don't like how this turns out, we may eventually go over to using the emulator for this type of stuff, but for today I think this will suffice. The app that I've been using is called Happy Color. There are a number of coloring apps out there. I think Tap Color is another one of them. I started using this. It was on my tablet for a while, but I really started using it heavily maybe towards the end of November, beginning of December, and I liked it so much that I actually purchased it, which I'll talk about in a minute. So the app is called Happy Color. It is available both on Android and Apple. I am not sure about the Kindle store. I may go look for that here in a minute. I should have been a little more prepared for this. You can download and use it free with ads. The ads are kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie. But it's not any more or less annoying than it would be with any other free type of app. Like it's not excessively more than other apps, but I'd say it pretty much fits right around the middle. When I wasn't using it very much, I was okay with the ads, but the more I started using it, the more I was like, okay, I'm willing to invest in this just because of the amount of time I'm putting into it. The purchase price in the Android store is $7.99 US. I think I had a couple dollars in there from some sort of promotion where I don't buy apps very often. So I actually got mine for $5.99, so that was even better deal. And in my opinion, if you spend as much time on this as I do, I think the purchase price is well worth it. I mean, it's the price of a average Kindle book that's not like a top selling author. So, I mean, if you're going to spend more time on this than you would reading a book, to me, not having the ads, it's been worth it. So for today, I'm using, if you're curious, a Samsung Galaxy Tab A. I got this for Christmas a couple years ago. So we're going to pull up the Happy Color app. I've already tried to do this video like 2 times, and we're just going to push on through with this one, whether things go wrong or not. Anyway, so this is when you open the app, you have a menu down here that runs like library, daily, my feed, news, and settings. Here at the top, you do have some slider images just highlighting like their editor's choice image, bonus images if you want them, and you can scroll through these. Your daily image, we'll talk about that in a minute, and then any news. Generally, if like a holiday or some events coming up, they usually have coloring pages that are related to those events. So again, 2 quick things to note before we start on this. This is the ad-free version of it, so if you download it with ads, your experience with this will obviously be different. I did purchase this, and secondly, this is not sponsored in any way. Nobody asked me. Nobody asked you to do this video, Michelle. I am doing this myself because I feel like this app has been hugely helpful for me, and I wanted to let others see it and see what it's like, and then, of course, you can download and test it out for yourself. Um, but no, this is not sponsored in any way. I purchased this out of my own pocket, and like I said, this is just something I've enjoyed, and for some people that, like I said, they want to do something with their hands, they want to color, but maybe don't necessarily want to drag out all their coloring stuff, this is a good option, in my opinion. Anyway, it talked about bonus images up here in the slider, but there are a ton of images in this thing. I mean, for the amount of time I've spent on this app, the amount of images that are still available, it's going to take me a very long time to get through all these images. So the fact that you even have more bonus images, if you join them on Facebook, I don't even need to worry about that right now because I'm good to go. They do publish quite a few new images throughout the week, so there's a nice fresh amount of incoming new images into the library as well. They do have an all group here. Then they have, like I said, you can get bonus images if you join their Facebook community. They do have categories like nature, flowers, mandalas, for those of us that are big mandala fans, animals. They do have a special type of blend picture, which I'm going to talk about. So they do have different categories through here. Messages, if you like inspirational type messages. One thing I think they could improve on this with would be having like a little search bar or something. So if I wanted to look specifically for cats, I could type in the search bar cats, obviously, and get those images. Because right now, I mean, they've got birds and butterflies in their own category, but a lot of the other animals, you're just going to have to find under the animals tab. So it's like the one minor critique I've had with this so far. So this is the library, like I said. Then you have your daily images. This is probably my favorite part of this app. Each day they do publish a new image. And at the start of the year, I went ahead and just was like, okay, I'm going to color all the daily images. I don't get them every day. Some days, I'll go a couple days without using it, and then I'll knock out 3 or 4. I can usually color 3 or 4 maybe during an episode of Deep Space Nine. That's what we've been watching a lot of lately. So the ones I've picked, at least, are not super intensive. They're not super complicated. And I like the daily images because you get a huge variety of subject matter, types of images. You get like more maybe cartoony type images. You get some that are just like animals in nature. You get landscapes. There's just all kinds of different images. So as you can see, I'm a bit behind this month, but I'll probably catch this up in 2 or 3 sessions. So anyway, so I always enjoy that. And plus they also have the daily images from like starting last year too, which I haven't even touched. So there is plenty to do. If I run out of daily images to color up to like today, I have plenty of other images I can color. So the feed is, there's a slider up here. It says in progress and completed. So if you have in progress pictures, I don't have any right now, and then your completed ones. And if you look at these, there are a few, as you can see, that I haven't, that weren't part of the daily images, that sometimes I just wanted to go out and color some different stuff. If you tap on one of these, trying to find one that would be a good one to show. It'll show you the completed picture, then it'll show a little animation of where you filled in the image, which is kind of neat to see, you know, your progression in that small little animated video, image, whatever you want to call it. You can restart the image and do it over. You can delete the completed picture if you want to, and you can share it on social media. So there's that. The news section is, again, if there are special events, they have new images for. They have different little games, achievements in this as well. If you really like your achievements, they do have those. I'll show those here in a minute. Talks about bonus picks on their Facebook page, which again, I haven't signed up for. I probably will eventually. But just any sort of news or special events will be here. Then you've got your settings here. And like it'll say show colored pictures, which I have enabled. You can pick what your highlighted areas to color in look like. I'll show you that in a minute. You can have the pink version here or change it to the blue background, which I actually kind of like myself. Hide promotions, again, this is with the purchase version. And then show achievements if you like your achievements and stuff like that. So that's how the app looks as a whole. And then finally up here, you do have your little achievements button. And I haven't even looked at this. So these are different achievements that I've had since I started, and then achievements that I'm in progress on. So if you are an achievement kind of person, I wonder what claim means. I hadn't even looked. I don't know if these give you bonus pictures or what. See, I'm learning new stuff myself today. Let's see what it does. Oh, it does give me bonus pictures. Look at that. So if you claim your achievements, they actually put them in your bonus images folder. So that's really neat. Okay, so we are going to let's pick one of the daily images. We'll pick the next one. And I'll show you quickly how this looks. So for somebody that has eyesight issues like me, sorry, my nose is just running horribly today. This is great because you can zoom in, like really zoom in and get in there. And the numbers, the numbers are very large. They're easy to see. The numbers do disappear when you color it, so you don't have to worry about them showing through. This is just a tap color by number kind of thing. So again, for me, I love the fact I can zoom in. This is great for my eyesight because it's backlit. I can zoom in. The numbers are nice and big in the bigger areas, and then as you zoom in, the numbers get bigger in the smaller areas as well. So I do really like that. So your color palette starts here at the bottom. You do have this, which will automatically bring it back out to the standard look of the picture. If you need hints, there is a little hint light bulb up here if there's a section you're missing. A lot of times with the ad version, you may have to view an extra ad or two with that. So but with the ad-free version, you don't have to do that. So alright, so we're going to zoom in a little. We're going to go down here and you just pick, you can tap any color you want, but of course I start with one. It'll highlight it for you, and then whatever highlight section you selected, pattern, it will shade that area, showing you where to fill this in. So then you just tap to fill in the colors. Again, very straightforward. It does become a little bit of a challenge when you have really small detailed areas, and again, this is where the zoom in becomes really handy. That number down here will show until you filled in all the areas on the picture with it, and then it'll go away. So there is still a 1 here somewhere. So again, this is where the zoom really comes into play. I can zoom in, I can tap and drag the picture to see where that area might be. There's a small area right there if you see it. Oh, there's still another one. So you do this to just kind of hunt through. There's another area. And there it goes. So now I'm to 2. And you can click any number you want here. Maybe you like doing sections. If you like doing sections and your number's not on here, like if we want to fill in the 24, just tap and drag this down here and it'll scroll up the numbers for you. So then I can hit 24 and fill that in. So if you like just doing sections, you can do that as well. Sometimes I mix it up. I'm not super consistent with my approach to color by number, as you've seen in numerous videos. So there, the 2 disappeared on me. So now I just go up to 3, and or whatever number I want, and just go through there. Where a little bit of the challenge, like I said, comes into play is where you have a number that's still down here and you can't find the area to fill in. That's where you'd want to zoom in, and usually it's a really small tiny area that you couldn't see until you zoom in. So I'm not going to sit here and go through the whole thing. I'm just basically trying to give you an idea of what this is going to look like. Like, let's get to her wing a little bit. See, there's an area right there. And if you keep tapping it and it's not filling it in, again, you can zoom in and it'll pick it up. I haven't found it's not super sensitive as far as I can tell. It works pretty well when you tap to fill in the areas. So there's that. And again, this is, for me, really handy when I'm watching a show and I'm wanting to do something, you know, casual with my hands and like this. And so we're just going to go ahead and back out of this. It'll save it as an in progress picture, and I can come back later and fill that out. Now, the other type of picture I want to show you is a blend picture. I've done one of these so far. These fill in with like more pattern, more color. This should be interesting. So this doesn't have actual lined areas. It just for the cats. So you're filling in little areas like that. Oh, so this picture might be a little different than what I thought it was. So let me go on over to 17. We'll fill in some of those areas. Oh, this is really cool. So you don't have the actual lines here, but it actually kind of blends everything in. This is really neat. I like this. I have not done this type of picture before, so I am learning something new right along with y'all today. And I know there are people out there that I guess are like coloring purists that are like, oh, this isn't really coloring on the... Hey, you know what? It does involve color. If it's something you enjoy and it involves color and creativity, just because, you know, you have different types of images that you like, it would be neat if you could fill in your own colors in here. That's something else that I think, oh gosh, my nose, that is something else that I think would probably elevate this type of app a little bit more. Like you just had a section where you could, and it wouldn't have to be all the pictures, you could just have a section of pictures where it's like fill in your own colors, and that would be neat. And some of these, they're like natural colors. Some of these, like this one, might be a little more fantasy type picture, so you get a nice variety of that type of stuff as well. But like I said, if it's something you enjoy, and even if it's something digital like this, then so be it. I mean, I don't know why people get so upset. Like if you're not coloring a certain way, it's not right, and it's just people these days want to... Never mind. I'm not going down that route. This is going to be a nice, happy video. So this is called Happy Color, dang it. not current social and political landscape color. That is not the name of this particular app. So that is a completely different app. It doesn't exist, but boy, I bet they wish it did. Some people did. But anyway, so you get the idea here. This is, like I said, this one's really neat because you are filling in all these different colors and they're going to kind of blend in without those lines. I really like that. That's one I'm definitely coming back to. There is a different type of picture, and let me show you in my feed. Where did it go? This one, where it was, well, it actually uses patterns instead of just regular colors for the background. I'm not sure what type of picture that is. It's designated as a different type of picture on here. I'm just not sure. Well, I'm not sure where it's at or what the actual name of it is. So I would probably have to go digging through the library to see if I could find that type of picture. Here's a blend. Maybe it was just called blend and it's a different way of coloring a picture. So yeah, if you just get tired of the tap to fill in colors, they do have some that have a little bit more unique look to them. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not seeing that, so I'm crazy, apparently. But anyway, I don't use this every day, but like I said, if you like to color, and you can hit continue on that one as well. If you like to color, and like I said, you're like me, you maybe want something where you can just kind of sit in front of the TV and maybe you don't have to drag out your coloring supplies. This is a great way to get some color, and there are times I've gotten anxious that this has been super helpful for me, to just focus on filling in these little areas. So I really enjoy it. Anyway, so that's pretty much the app. It's not super complicated, which I know is a good thing for a lot of us. And like, I can't see the numbers there, so I'm going to have to scroll in a bit. And there are, for a lot of these, like you can see, they've got categories in like the 70s, so I thought I'd try to fill in this little section while I was talking. But again, this is available on Android and Apple. I'm not sure about the Kindle store. I will, if I can find it, I will put a link in the description for that so that you can see where that's at. I could put this on my phone, but, and I probably will, for if I'm out and about, and like if I'm at the doctor's office or something, this would be something great to take with me on my phone or my tablet with me if I wanted to. Where again, I'm not bringing a lot of coloring stuff out with me. So there's an area where it's kind of filled in, and that's a pretty cool, this is a pretty cool feature. I like this a lot. But again, available in the Android and Apple Store, $7.99 US for the ad-free version. It is, however, a free app with ads. Again, depending on your budget, I would recommend maybe downloading it and giving it a try, especially if you've never used one of these types of apps before. This was the first one I'd used. Give it a try and see if you like it. Well, that's it for today. I hope everyone has a good rest of the weekend, and we will see what next week brings us. Thanks, and bye for now.